welcome everybody. Keep losing that. So, it's Richard Flook here, and hopefully you can actually all hear me. What we're going to be doing today is, all being well, is contacting one of my students and have her available so that I can take you through something brand new. Now, over the past couple of years, I've been looking at also what not only causes a disease and why do we get sick and how we can heal. It's more a question of how do we solve those problems. And then another piece on top of that came out with not only how do we solve those problems, but more importantly, how we can become more of who we really are. And what I came up with all of that is something called a NECS moment. Now, you may have come across the whole idea of what is called a Uden moment. Now, a Uden moment really is the thing that causes a disease to occur. And that is quite challenging. What a disease or causes a disease to occur is something that's unexpected, very dramatic, isolates us where we have no strategy for dealing with it. And what basically I coined the whole idea of a Uden moment, and what basically happens during a Uden moment is something pretty profound, and that is that it really does shake the whole of our universe apart. I coined it as far as what basically happens is that it tears the very fabric of our universe apart. And then from there, a set or a chain of events occur. And some of you will obviously know this through the original ACE work, but there's something really new, very, very profound that I'd like to talk to you about. And that is this. This Uden moment is predestined. So that's the first thing. Secondly, not only is it predestined, but it then lands in the heart and changes literally the energy of our heart. And then the information is sent down into the belly. Actually, it may actually be sent, I think I worked it out, into the brain. That's right. Then it cycles down into the belly, and then from the belly it does something else. It then goes into our water system. Now, the water system accounts for about 99% of your whole body. That's amazing. And this is the brand new work that I've been working towards. Essentially, we have everything going on inside of us is affected, inside and outside, by water. So what we're actually starting to see is something very, very profound. And that is this. Like I said, when a Uden moment occurs, it lands in the heart, goes up into the brain, and where it lands in the brain is in direct correlation to that Uden moment that's gone on outside. Then the Uden moment goes into the enteric nervous system. Now, we would experience that as emotions, but then it goes into the whole water system. And this is brand new. When it goes into the water system, it also then communicates with an organ. And that organ and the vibration of a specific part of that organ directly correlates to what's gone on outside within the Uden moment. So that also got me thinking, what would happen if we changed that? And instead of having a Uden moment, we wanted to create life how we truly want it to be. And so what I did was I thought, well, what is that? And what I discovered was that's what we call a next moment. And this is what a next moment is. Now remember, a Yuden moment is something that's completely unexpected and very dramatic. It isolates us, where we have no strategy for dealing with it. So I can show you that, I think, in a second. So it's unexpected, dramatic, isolates us, where we have no strategy. But a next moment is something that's completely normal, totally and utterly expected, connects us with the people that we love and care about, and it's where we have a strategy for dealing with it. Now that's pretty neat, isn't it? Don't you think so? So what we're actually seeing here, as we look at one of these Yuden moments, is this whole idea of what can we do that's different in our lives? And if we could, instead of having Yuden moments, that we could experience a next moment instead, then how would that actually be? So what I'd like to do is I'd like to actually show you or work with one of my students, maybe two of my students, and bring her online and actually show you a next moment being created. Would that be fun? I think it will. I think you'll really enjoy that. Oh, there's another picture of me from a different viewpoint. Okay, so let's see if we can bring in Brenda and have Brenda come up. So I'm just calling her right now. So let's just get her online first, so she can actually see us, and she should be here any moment now. So as we just wait for her to join us, one of the things that is, here she is, she's coming online right now. There you go, Brenda. Hi.
Yeah, sorry, the speakers were off.
Oh, no problem. Let's actually get you online a second, and let's see how that all pans out. So there we go. And Brenda is one of my practitioners, so we are actually broadcasting live on the Advanced Clearing Energetics Facebook closed group, Brenda. Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what we're going to do is just take you through an ACE, using all these new protocols next moment. Is that all right?
Yep, that'd be great.
Okay, so we're going to keep it somewhat simple and not get into too much detail, so I think that'll be good for you as well. And what we're going to really start with is, as I said in the start, is what is a next moment? Well, a next moment is something that's completely normal, totally expected, connects you where you have a strategy for where you want to go. So is there something that you really aspire to that is that you particularly want?
Well, I've just been going through my career aspirations and things and what sort of is coming up. And yeah, I'd like to make a contribution to world peace. Okay,
make a contribution to world peace is really great. So let's actually do that then. And the first thing is I'd like you to get an image, a thought, a feeling, a taste or a smell, and of that career change as far as world peace is concerned, of what you want to make a contribution in that way. So let that image, thought, whatever it is, come into your heart. Okay?
Yeah.
Good. So as it comes into your heart, anything else come up? Or is it just going to sit in your heart, which is fine?
Yeah, it's nothing happening.
Nothing happening. So nothing's happening in the heart. So what is it? Just a bit boring or something?
Oh, there's a sort of a faint soreness there.
A faint soreness. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just make a note of that.
It's like maybe I'm too old and tired to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too old and tired to do it.
Well, that's my head saying, but I don't know what.
Okay, so I want you to really go into your heart, but you said that they're faint soreness, but too old and too tired. So what I'd like you to do then, come into from your heart, actually go into your brain. Don't know which specific area, but and what's coming up as you're in your brain?
Well, you know, I've got so many skills.
Yep.
It could be used. I've got connections with Croatia and Pakistan, which are really, I think, are some of the trouble spots of the world.
Yeah.
And and lots of, incredible skills coming through from ACE and stuff I've done before. Just wanting to put it out there.
Because you are actually, most people won't know, but you're actually a qualified veterinary surgeon and also very, very knowledgeable about acupuncture, even working with animals in that field. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you've done
hypnosis and hypnosis NLP and counselling. I've still got my counselling calls. So, yeah.
So, you know, it's when you're talking about this, it's not just something that's airy-fairy. This is real. You can actually do it. I'm just saying that for other people, really. Okay, I'm digressing, because really what I want you to do now is I want you to go down into your gut, into your belly. It's much nicer to say belly, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And in your belly, what I'd like you to do is just, again, any images, thoughts, feelings, tastes or smells regarding what you like in the future.
What came up was the food is terrible. For me, anyway.
What, in Pakistan or Croatia, or what do you mean? The food is terrible.
Well, it's bad for me. The Croatian food's lovely and terribly bad for me.
Oh, right, okay.
Pakistan's sick.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, you know, there's, with regard to this, the food is terrible. Okay, it's funny how the belly can be just so literal. All right. Now what I'd like you to do, let's take this whole next moment. I can repeat what you've said is contribute to world. What did you say? Peace or change or
peace? Yeah.
Yeah, world peace. And you in your heart you've felt a soreness. You're too old and too tired to do it. And then in your brain you said you have lots of connections, lots of skills. And your belly, the food, you said the food is terrible. But I want you to go into the whole water system now, which I call the fourth nervous system. So we have the heart, the brain, the belly, and now the water system, which is brand new for any of you that are watching this. So the water system is capable of receiving and transmitting information. And there's so much more to water than we ever thought possible. So what's coming up inside the water system?
I can just see a blue planet. It's like, there's what the world wants to be pure. The water wants to be pure. It wants to be cleaned.
Okay. So now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go, with all this information, is right up above your head to an area called your higher self. Now for people that don't believe this, then just look at some of the spiritual literature. You can actually, it's often Christianity is just a circle around your head, but it is really your own personal spirit. Okay, you there?
Yeah.
Now when you look at it, you can literally look down on your body at this next moment, contributing to world peace. You said in your heart, there's a faint soreness, too old, too tired to do it. And then your brain, you said, well, I got the skills, I got the connections, and I got all these other things, NLPAs, and all these other things are great connections. But your belly said the food's terrible. You don't want to go to those places that often. And then the water system, well, the blue planet, the world wants to be pure and wants to be clean. So what's coming up from your spirit's point of view?
Well, there's hope.
There's hope.
Yeah, and everyone can do their bit.
And everyone can do their bit.
Yeah.
Now, where we're going to go next, again, if you've watched any of, or been familiar with any of Advanced Clean Energetics, you won't have come across this particular bit, but this is the bit, the place we're going to go that actually does all the healing. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go even higher up into your highest self. Some people might call this God, other people might call it Allah, other people might have other names for it, or it could be the Akashic Records. Whatever it is, it's a place where every single question can be answered. So, are you there?
Yeah.
Pretty nice, isn't it? Up there.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, quite an amazing place. So, as you're there, what I'd like you to do is, I'd like you to just ask this question, because some things came up, and as they came up, it was more, Brenda, about being too old to do it. The food is terrible. The world wants to be peaceful and wants to be cleaned, and there's hope. But also this whole thing of, how do you do this? How do you make this happen? And what is the question that you need to ask in order that you can go off and contribute? What is it?
Where do I start?
Where do you start? So, ask, where do you start?
Yeah.
You got the answer?
I'm on the right track.
Okay. And what else? What other questions do you need to ask? Because you're right in the right place, and the answer will be true.
I need lots of help.
Okay. So the question is, I need help. What help specifically do you need? And you want to be a bit more smarter with the questions.
I need a mentor.
I need a mentor.
Yeah.
Okay. So next question is, can you ask to bring you the mentor that you actually want to do this?
The mentor. I need to do this.
And what does it say? You see, the point is about this particular place is, imagine you were going to speak to the wisest person that you've ever come across in your whole entire life. You need to sit in front of this individual or this person and have really amazing questions, knowing that this person will answer with absolute truth and certainty the answer to your questions. That's where you are. So ask the questions that are going to change your life in the way that you want it to be changed. And what's coming up?
I've met a mentor that I need.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is someone in New Zealand that I've just met who's willing to help, but I haven't reconnected with her yet. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So you know who you want your mentor to be. I want you to get other information. What else do you need to do once you've got this mentor? Ask those questions. Ask the questions you're too afraid to ask of anybody else.
Yeah.
Good. There you go. How?
How long to use that one? For a year. And then where do I go? Ah, okay. I've got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it. How's that feel now?
Yeah. Ah, good. Hell yes.
Good.
Yeah. It's a colleague, veterinary colleague that went into the healing business basically. So I'll see him after a year. I'll catch up with him in the meantime. Yeah.
Okay. So do you now know exactly what you are going to do, what you need to do, the plan?
Yeah, just carry on as I am the next year. And then by then I'll have sorted enough out and I'll change over and see if this other guy will mentor me. And yeah, it looks like it's all possible.
It is. Are you too old or too tired?
No.
Okay,
I feel
cool.
that this is gone, you know. It's like, oh, there we go.
And what about this food is terrible bit?
Oh, you can sort that.
Okay.
I'll live on watermelon.
Okay. All right. So you now have a plan.
Oh, it feels so good.
It does feel good, doesn't it? This is pretty amazing. And people don't get this. I mean, you just asked the right questions. Anything else you need while you're there? Because we're going to bring this down into your higher self and then back into your body and install it in the water system.
Ah, right. Yeah, I do. I might as well.
Yeah, go for it.
I can do this quietly, can't I?
Yes, you can. This is for you. You don't have to share that.
Yeah.
Don't want to let you do that. And forgive me, I'll just keep people entertained as I talk about what we're doing here. Okay, yeah, close your ears. That's good. So what we're essentially doing is just looking at how do we really set up our lives, how we want them to be. All the answers are there in alignment with who we are. All we need to do is get to the right place and ask. But the difference is, how do you then integrate all of that information back into you? You ready, Brenda?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's back. Good. Okay, now what we're going to do, Brenda, is this. We are going to bring that information, okay, back down into your higher self. Okay. Now I could ask the question, have you got your next moment of the higher self?
Well, I feel it. I feel it.
Perfect. Perfect. Now I want you to bring all that energy and all that information down into the water system. Okay?
Yeah.
And now what you're going to do is... Perfect.
Yeah.
I want you now to bring all that information down into the water system and imprint in the water system with everything that you've just experienced. So it becomes as one. Good. Now the water system, with it all imprinted, is going to communicate all that information to your belly. How's the belly feel now?
It's okay.
Okay, so what does the belly need?
Just it's really fixated on the food side of things because it get sick when it's in other countries. But
Okay.
it's...
So I want you to go all the way back up to the Akashic records, everywhere, you know, right up there.
Okay, right.
Okay, and ask the question, how can I stay well? How can my belly stay well when I'm doing this? Okay?
Yep.
Got the answer?
Not yet.
Okay, I'll let you do that. So I'm just going to pause here, just while Brenda does that. Keep quiet as well. In fact, what I can do is just, I'm going to mute myself.
So it's just saying that once I get all the stuff in place, there won't be any problem.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I want you to bring that energy down into your higher self, back into the water, and re-imprint the water with that new information. Good?
Yeah.
And now the water then tells it to the belly. How's the belly feel now?
Yeah. Much better, yeah.
Okay. All right, I want you to bring it up into your brain.
Before I was seeing dirty water, and now I see clean water, you know, in the belly, sort of.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now I'd like you to bring that information from the that's in the water, it's in the belly, up into the brain. And how's the brain feel?
Good. Fine.
It's all good with that. Now bring it down into the heart. How's that in the heart?
It's pretty good, but there's still something more there.
Okay. Do you know what that something more is? Do you want to share it, or it's okay if you don't?
Yeah, it's still about sort of health and aging kind of thing.
Okay, so what I want you to do is go all the way back up to the Akashic records, or that place of pure beauty, and all the questions can be answered.
Yeah.
And ask the right question.
Yeah. And of course the same answer. It'll all be fixed once I've got this all in place. So that's okay.
Okay.
But I had to ask the question.
Yeah. Back down into the water.
Oh, first the higher self.
Okay, the higher self. My apologies. Yeah, going a bit too fast there.
Yeah.
Got interrupted there with a ding. Down into the higher self. Into the water. Into the belly. Into the brain. And into the heart.
Yeah. That's good.
Anything else?
Got warm fuzzy. No, that's it. I've got warm fuzzies. Yeah.
And the organs that need to be communicated with, everybody's happy?
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Awesome.
They've got a sort of insurance there now.
Awesome. Well, come back into the room. How was that?
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Very incredibly simple. I expected to be a lot more complicated than that. But great.
That's exactly what we're finding. We're finding that when you really bring it down into its brass tacks, it's not difficult. It's just so beautifully simple. Anything else that you want to say about it?
No, just I'm going to have lots of pictures of clean water around me from now on.
That's hilarious. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.